Do you want to be that Irelia player who absolutely who absolutely fries your enemies to death? Well, in that case, this video is the perfect match for you. Because in the next few minutes, I'll be guiding you with all her skills, combos, tips and tricks, along with other important stuff too. So sip your juices, and let's jump into the world of Wild Rift. As Irelia once said, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, give me my stacks, and I fuck you all. This is what it's all about, her stacks. But the question that comes here now is, how do we get those stacks? Well, the answer for it is in her passive, so let's have a look at it. Her passive is Ionian Fervor. For each ability you hit onto an enemy, you'll gain stacks. For each stack you gain, you'll get 8% attack speed. And at max stacks, which is 4, you'll deal additional magic damage as well. Once you reach max stacks, you deal insane amount of damage. Which is why you should always aim to get those stacks as soon as possible. Now that we know her passive is super important, the next question that comes is, how do we get stacks faster? The answer is in her first ability, so let's see what it is. Her first ability is Bladesurge. Irelia dashes onto an enemy unit, dealing damage and healing a bit. And if you dash onto an enemy target, which is marked or dies from it, then the cooldown of the ability gets reset. With the help of this feature, you can dash and stack multiple times, and reach at max stacks very fast. I'll show the combos later on how to reach full stacks easily. So stay where you are, and give me a chance. Come, let's learn about Defiant Dance. Defiant Dance is her second ability. Irelia defends herself with her blades and takes reduced damage. The percent of reduced damage increases based on charge time. You can use this ability when you're low on health and want to last hit the minions. You can also use it to stack your passive by using it in your combos. Her third ability is Flawless Duet. Irelia sets up a blade at a location, which can be recast within a few seconds, and set up another blade at a location. When both blades are placed, they connect in a straight line and stuns anyone who is in the path. The stun also marks enemies, which can be used to reset the CD of your first ability. Note, stunning multiple enemies gives you multiple stacks. So try to hit multiple enemies. Quick tip, place your first blade behind the enemy and the second one close to Irelia. This will make it easy to stun enemies and hard for the enemies to dodge it. Or use it by placing the blades on the sides, if you can't place them behind the enemy. Now let's finally talk about her ultimate, Vanguard's Edge. Irelia fires a storm of blades which mark enemies and deal magic damage. Upon hitting an enemy, the blades form a wall around them which slows them down and deals damage as well. This also gets you multiple stacks upon hitting multiple enemies. So landing your ultimate on multiple enemies in teamfights will help you stack up much faster. Now that we're done with her abilities, let's jump over to her builds and runes. This is the build I'd recommend for Irelia. Start off with Blade of the Ruined King, because it gives you good amount of attack speed and physical vamp. It's a good early power spike. Secondly, go for the new item Wit's End. This item is super good on Irelia. It gives you loads of attack speed and magic resistance. But there's a condition. Only go for Wit's End when enemy has loads of magic damage. At least 2 enemies should be dealing magic damage. If there's only 1 or no magic damage, skip this item. Then go for Trinity Force as your second item. I don't think I need to say much about Trinity Force. It's just the best overall item in the game. After Trinity, go for Steric's Gauge. Gives you huge max health and its passive increases your base damage. Works very well with Trinity Force. Next, go for Death's Dance. Makes you more tankier and provides physical vamp. Also, its passive bleed increases your survivability. And lastly, if you skip Wit's End, go for Guardian Angel. Gives you attack damage, armor and of course its passive, Revive. Well, that's all for the build. Now let's have a look at her runes. Conqueror is the best keystone rune for Irelia. There's absolutely no other keystone you should go for. Since she does so many auto attacks, it's very easy to stack up the extra damage. Next, go for Brutal. Provides good attack damage and armor pen as well. You can also go for Vampirism, but I wouldn't recommend since you have physical vamp in the build. For the third rune, go for Bone Plating. Helps you to survive well in the landing phase, especially against pokers like Ziggs and Oriana. And lastly, go for Sweet Tooth. Gives you gold and also increases your healing from Honeyfruit. Now that we're done with build and runes, let's learn some of her combos. I'll be referring the abilities S1, S2, S3 and ultimate as Q, W, E are respectively. The first combo is E1, E2, Q, auto attack, W, Q. It's a good combo that you can do at level 3. This combo gets you max stacks, so make sure you keep auto attacking. You can even do 1v2s and 1v3s if you execute this properly. Second combo is with the ultimate. It's E1, R, Q, auto attack, E2, Q, W. This combo is super effective in teamfights. I can assure you, you'll at least stun 1 or 2 enemies or even 3. And this is very huge because stunning them will mark them, and you have the chance to reset your Q that many times. Also, you can use these flash combos to catch your enemies by surprise. Like you can use E1 flash, E2. This is very effective in 1v1s. Then you can even use W flash. Use this when you're at 3 stacks. After you get the 4th stack, then you can go rampant on your enemy. You can even use ultimate flash to catch your enemies off guard. Very effective way to initiate a fight. If my video helped you learn even a little bit about Irelia, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. It absolutely costs nothing, and it makes me very happy. Check out my other guides as well while you're at it.